All right, welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, my name is Steve, and we are in between jobs and waiting for our one house lot to get staked off. I'm waiting for a couple of permits, one dig safe to be done, and just miscellaneous stuff. It's August, so August is always slow, and I always try to do maintenance and everything. Yesterday, I went and did the went to the dealer and I got stuff to service the skid steer, stuff like that, filters and everything. One of the things I've been working on is I've been doing stuff to the triaxle, and I changed out the tarp poles and I moved the electric motor down. Try to get the wind to stop coming under it. My friends have all suggested putting another bar over there, but I really don't want to for looks. I know that's stupid. Doing anything for looks is a dumb reason, but when you have a cool truck, and to me this is cool, might not be cool to you. You might be a, I don't know, Freightliner or Volvo guy, whatever. But to me, Kenworth, Peterbilt, top of the line, cool trucks. Really try not to hurt anyone's feelings or offend anyone, but at the same time, I don't, this is just what I like, so I don't really care. So, I've seen some other nice trucks that are cool, different brands, whatever. I don't even know why we're talking about this. Move on. That's basically just a bucket duct taped to a broomstick or a painter's pole. I think it's a painter's pole. The whole reason why I ended up polishing is because that stack tip hits all the low-hanging branches on the rainy days, and it was covered with sap. So then I got into that, and then I came down here and I got a little carried away. Then the ADHD kicked in, and then I started polishing this tank, and I have way better stuff to do. My wife was like, "You really need to do that right now?" And I'm like, I have ADHD, so yes, I need to do this right now. So then I'm like, wow, that looks like crap. It was dark out, but it still wouldn't matter. It would have looked like crap if I did it during the day. And then I remembered that I bought a polisher a while back, and it was sitting in my office under the desk. So I want to try it out. So I definitely have a lot better things to do than this, but that's all like work related, and sometimes you need to just take a break from work related and do something stupid like polish your stacks. Just to feel better again. Everything else is just work. It's just work. See that elbow right there? That came out, that stack came out shiny. I just want to do this. A while back, I bought this kit from Zephyr. I also bought this. It's like a Scotch-Brite thing, pad, whatever. I went ahead. I also bought, this is brand new, the full face respirator. And I bought this Bauer variable speed buffer polisher. It's not a grinder. I used to use a grinder. I've had a lot of success in the past. I used to polish like all of my trucks when I was in my early 20s. There goes my neighbor. That's a really ambitious young man right there. He has a boat business and he does pretty well for a young guy. Very ambitious. Anyways, getting back to this. This looks like crap. I'd like to do something about it. Now, these straps used to have steps. The guy I bought this truck off of, he cut them. And that right there is the weld. That's why the strap is not rusting, because it's stainless. And whatever they welded with, the wire, I don't know, regular wire or whatever, but he cut the steps off and that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with that. I probably could sand it out, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm most likely gonna just order new straps because he put a bunch of gouge marks in it and whatever. This tank probably, that's not, that's just schmageggy. But like the scratches and stuff, that should all be sanded out. And then these rims, I don't know if I'm gonna try it on the rims. I'm probably gonna try it on the rims. My buddy that I did that wheel polishing video a while back, if I don't get these right, we can take him to that. You guys that have seen that video in the past, you know how well his machine works. But here's the thing, that's not free. It's like $100 a wheel now. Damn inflation. And you guys know me, you know I can't stand paying for something that I think I can do myself. It's been a while, but I don't know. Let's see what we can do. I'm almost 50% sure that this is going to be a failure. I have another friend that polishes trucks. He does wheels and everything. But like I said, that's not free either. I got to feed him, and he's a pretty big kid. You know, he likes barbecue, and I mean, I'm not greedy with the barbecue, but he's a big dude, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to hand over all the brisket. Gloves. These are 5 mil gloves. I really don't like orange, but they're out of black. You know, pumpkin hands. Doesn't really matter, does it? You don't want to breathe aluminum dust or any dust. Especially angel dust. Also, hearing protection. I do have tinnitus. I was diagnosed with it, and I have early signs of hearing loss in my driver's side ear. I think that's from the exhaust stack on the Pete, so we should probably do something about that. I'm just gonna stand on the right side of my wife when she talks. Probably some tunes, you know. So this extension is actually to go inside the wheels. I just don't feel like changing it. I definitely don't like this extension. I don't know. I might end up sanding this also. All right, so I got a shorter extension I'm gonna put on. I do like the extension, but that's just like way too long. But the kit that I got came with shorter ones. That'll keep this away from there. This Scotch-Brite pad's doing okay with just cleaning up all the heavy stuff. However, if I can find some sandpaper and I'm feeling ambitious, maybe we'll give this a light sanding. It is pretty bad in some spots. I mean, there's a scratch like going all the way across. So this is the smallest out of the 3 that came with the Zephyr extension. It's actually really nice. You know, the last time I did one of these, I took it off the truck, and after I get the barn built and we go to paint this truck, I plan on doing that. I want to strip everything off of it, wheels, everything, paint the frame, cab, body, I mean, like soup to nuts, everything. I did find some sandpaper. I don't know what grit this is that's on here, but it's worn out. I might try to use that because the only other grit I have is 80 grit, and I think that might be too much. That's definitely too much. So I'm just going to use this worn out piece and see what happens. Okay, I was just curious, so I peeled this back a little bit, and that's actually 120. So this part's not bad. That line that was across here, I can't see it anymore. It was terrible. There's some little pits still left. I don't know, I might try to go a little bit more with that. There's one up there that's pretty deep that might have to stay, because I don't want to weaken the tank. And then before I move on to trying to get rid of these pits, what I want to do is I want to take my grinder sander, try to get that, whatever they use to weld, get that weld off. You know, just the rust marks. You know, as long as it's not rusty, I'm okay with that, but the rust part. Because from afar, no, still looks like crap. I wish that wasn't there, but it's there. And you know, from back here, like, it actually doesn't look that bad. It actually looks pretty decent. Not to mention, if you close your eyes, it looks even better. Alright, I sanded the front. It's still got some scratches in it and stuff. It's gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. So, till I get the shop done, take it off. The last time I did a fuel tank off the truck was years ago. And what I did was, probably just gonna take this extension off too. But I do need this plate. This is the plate that protects if you hit anything. Long time ago, I used to polish with a 6,000 RPM grinder. This one here is a 3,500 one from Harbor Freight. But I used to polish with a 6,000 Milwaukee grinder. Still have that grinder. Had it since I was a kid. It used to be my dad's. So this Zephyr kit's really nice. So the 6,000 RPM grinder, pretty heavy, to be honest with you. So we got this orange buff. It's a stiff one. If I remember correctly, you start with this one in the brown, and then you can move. These are good for the steps. You know, that's just like a light cloth. It's almost like, feels like t-shirt material, like cotton almost. I wonder if it tells us. I'm sure there's directions in here, but you guys know I don't read directions. And then, well, they give you another one, another kit. So I don't know why I have two, but I have two. So let's see. No, that's just directions again. We ain't reading that. They gave us this for the holes in the wheels. Nice. And then, what's this? Signature Series Easy Cut Metal Polish. Sweet. I'll use that on the stacks. Oh, that's another thing too. Stacks, grills, on this truck, also air cleaners. They are chrome. They are not aluminum. Do not sand them. I don't know who needs to be told that. If you need to be told that, you need to not be doing this at all anyways. You need to go seek professional help if you start sanding your chrome stacks. Like a chrome and aluminum truck shrink. Actually, what the hell am I talking about? Who cares? Alright. Chocolate. Big old chocolate bar. Sweet. Alright, let me suit up and we'll see what kind of mess we can make now. Suit up, I mean I'm just gonna put that mask back on. I think I'm gonna change this handle. It's getting in the way, so I think I'm gonna get an Allen wrench and undo this handle, and I might take it off. I dropped it. I definitely like the 6,000 RPM grinder better. I feel like it burns it and cuts it better. That's just my opinion. But it's definitely heavier to hold. And if you're holding this for a long time, it's going to hurt your hands. The vibration. I also have arthritis and everything, so I don't like it. If I could find that old piece of 120, because I'm getting some little scratch marks there, even though that looks good, but I'm definitely going to go over this again from like right here up with the 120, see if we can't get it. I don't know if I have any 220, like that would really be good, but I don't want to get carried away here because this tank is in crappy condition. I mean, there's still scratches, like those are scratches. So until I take this tank off the truck and put it on like a sawhorse and do it the, you know, the right way, I mean, something's better than nothing, I guess. Here in amateur hour, I would have to tell you, you want to hold that thing so it's pulling away from you. Sometimes you'll see me hold it. Don't do what I do. Just do what I say. Make sure that that thing is pulling away from you. So if it grabs onto something and it pulls it away from you and it doesn't grab onto something and kick it back in your face. You might see me do the total opposite. That's because I'm a knucklehead. So the reason you see me hold mine the opposite way I tell you is I like to chase that line up the tank. I like to start at the bottom and chase it up. Okay, so I am getting a lot of metal flake. See all that aluminum? So I'm just gonna turn this thing on, just nail it a couple times with the wire brush because I don't have the rake. And as you can see, that gets most of that aluminum off and fluffs it back up again. once you're done polishing it through those steps, you have that bottle of cleaner to clean it off. And then, yeah. But, good from afar, far from good, so far. I also have no idea how I'm going to get in there with that thing. I think that might be a hand job. So, I don't feel like giving hand jobs tonight, so see you in the morning. Alright, it's after work. It's Thursday. Not that the day matters anymore. I'm done with the green. And that's how the green came out. Still got a little haze in some spots, I don't know. And then what I did was I switched over to this blue one. And I'm using the cotton one. I think it's cotton, I don't know, it feels like cotton. But I'm going over and I just started there and that seemed to have gotten the haze out. So I'm gonna do the rest of this tank and then I'm gonna switch to the other side. I cleaned this up okay by hand. Still got some haze to it. I think what I'll do later on, I really can't do it like this week because of work. What I'll do later on is I think I'm gonna take this wheel off and bring it to my buddy to have him put it in the VSI machine that sands the rim. When I do that, I'm gonna take this fender off. That'll allow me, once this wheel's off and the fender's off, it's just one clamp bolt there. Take it off of the tube stud. I think when I go to do that, I'll take this fender off and I will hit this with the polisher. I think the wheels are gonna have to go to my buddy's place. All right, that's the driver's side tank done. That's about as best as I'm gonna do. As best as some, not asbestos. That's about as best as I'm going to do. Man, that was tongue twister for me with this thing mounted to the truck. I'm catching all the edges there. It's ripping my thing. Catching the edges up there. It's hitting and rubbing against there and can't get behind those hoses. So, not excuses, just facts. I mean, that's the reflection of the exhaust. So, I mean, it's a little dusty because of the, there's still some residue on it. As you can see, these are brand new gloves. I just put them on. I did turn the truck around. Let's see how the passenger side looks before I start. So I turned the truck around because the extension cord will only reach so far. And I'm going to probably try to sand out that scratch. Also, I, in the future, would like to get rid of these and put 90s. These 45s come out and bend the hose. The other side has 90s. They're better than this. So that's a winter project. Actually, we'll probably switch those when we strip this down to paint it someday. Not this Sunday, someday. Oh boy. That's gonna do it for this one. I'm not super happy with this one. I think the end came out great. It's like crazy shiny. You know, still got a little residue over there, but that's alright. I'll get it with the microfiber. The top's alright. Definitely need to sand it more. I don't know if the light shows it, but it's got some oxidizing. I think that's the word. Oxidizing. Right there. And basically, it's like, I don't know if it shows up on camera, but you look at the pad when you're done, and it's like little metal, you know, almost like flakes. So basically, yeah, that should have been sanded more. Couldn't get behind here, just like the other one. We'll wait until I take it off. Then I'm going to have to go through this and sand this. I mean, it's shiny. Like crazy shiny down here. But then you get up to like here, and I don't know what happened, but I can't seem to get that haze to go away. I don't know if it just has too much residue on it, or too much pitting. I mean, down here it's like crazy shiny, and then like I said, you get up here, it starts to get a little haze, and there's a lot of pitting there. You see all those little bumps when I move the camera? That's all pitting. So, I just touched up the corner of the fender. But I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I am tired. And it's going to rain out, so this was all for nothing. Look at that brass. Brass always looks nice. It'd look even better if it was a 90-degree elbow, not a 45. I don't know why they did that, but I have a long list of stuff to do to this truck. It is a used truck, and when you buy any used truck, you're going to have things that need to be done, and that's on the list. So back over to here, even though they're scratched up, I think these straps are shinier. I think this tank is shinier. Maybe I ran out of energy, you know? Who knows? Could be anything. I did spend more time sanding on this one though. So sanding is key, I think, for old tanks. Alright, so that's going to do it for me, guys. It's getting kind of late, so I'm going to clean all this up, all of this kit here. And if you're interested in this, this is the kit that I got off of, I think I got this off of Amazon. It's from Zephyr. So I'll try to put a link in the description from them. I am not affiliated with them. I don't make anything off of it. It was a great kit. It came with everything I needed. So I'll try to put a link in the description for this. And, you know, you can try to be an amateur. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. See, you can try to be an amateur just like me with your own polishing kit. So anyways, that's going to do it for me. Catch you guys on the next one.